Can you give us a bit of an example of how analytics has actually changed what RR has done in game? Like a couple of examples of what really has made a difference to what we see on the field.
Yeah, I think there are a few things that we do slightly differently from every other team. One of the things that we did was like I think you might have seen it in recent times, and we got a lot of flack for it. We pushed Ashwin up the middle at number 4. I'm not going to say that it was an analytically driven decision, but I think it's a bit of uh, it's coaching insight plus analytics is coming together and trying to come to a solution as to how we can, you know, better optimize our batting. People massively underrate his batting. I think he's a really good batter, and it's just a matter of putting him in the right positions. Like he obviously is really good at the top, and Windical Dragons is like a great example of, you could say,
Yeah.
how he's really good there.
Krishnan, if I'm not wrong, he actually opened for SSN when he was playing for his university, right? I mean, he's such a good batter to start with.
Samba, that's like, I think you are the only one in the other than his teammates who knew that, and uh, I think that goes to just show how like huge of a cricket fan you are. Uh, Like us pulling data from SSN everywhere and then looking at.
We've also seen a couple of interesting things that RR has done. In the last season or two, Samba and I have spoken about it in one of our earlier episodes, where we seldom see leggies bowling in the death overs, but we see Chahal constantly bowling in the death overs. Is this something that you guys, the coaching team, kind of like identified as an undervalued resource for Chahal to be used? How did that come about, Krishnan?
I think it's generally decisions aren't like done by one person or like one this thing alone. It's a lot of back and forth. One of the things with Chahal is that he's such a good bowler that he can bowl anywhere. Right? Like you bowl him first over, he can. You bowl him 20th over, he can. It also depends on his execution and what he's done. Like so, he's a phenomenal bowler, and I think for us because the way we've had like really good bowlers in the power play as well. Right? Like Trent Bolt, and you see like he's one of the best in the world, not if not the best in the world. So it just sometimes naturally just flows that way as well. Like if you end up bowling Bolt up the top and he's in like great rhythm and he ends up, picking up wickets, naturally your spinner will extend towards the latter half of the innings sometimes. So sometimes it's a consequence of that. Sometimes it's a consequence of saying that I want to attack a specific matchup. So it just is. It can be a bit of both as well, at times. So it worked out that way for us, and we're like quite happy. But it's also like dependent on Chahal being
Right.
Chahal, doing Chahal things.